Awesome. So just taking a moment to check in with ourselves, make any adjustments to bring as much ease as possible to the body. I'm just going to ring the bell to start our practice period. Inviting ourselves to make any adjustments to feel comfortable, maybe closing our eyes or softening our gaze, maybe turning off our video or leaving it on. We may be seated, laying down, standing, whatever posture is going to support us to have some ease, to be kind as possible to our bodies. As we're arriving in practice, I invite you also to check in with yourself, asking the question, what is my intention for practice? We might also say, who am I practicing for? Question doesn't necessarily need to have an answer, but just dropping that into the space. We may be practicing to ease our own suffering. We may be practicing to ease the suffering of the world. Maybe practicing to be more accountable in relationships. There's so many reasons, but taking a moment to be in touch with our intention. I'll be guiding us this evening in a practice called the 7 Homecomings. This is a practice I have learned from Lama Rod Owens and from his book, Love and Rage. This is a benefactor practice. In this practice, we will be taking refuge in 7 benefactors or refuges or homecomings, building our capacity to take in love, care, well-being. You can also think of this as a loving kindness practice, one that is focused more on our receiving that love and care and support. And we'll just, as I invite in these benefactors, we'll all just take them into the extent that we are able in this moment. It may be that there's just one benefactor that really resonates with us. That's perfect. We can work with that benefactor through the practice. You may also have your own practice, and you can let my voice be a background in your practice. As we start the practice, inviting the breath to slow a little bit, particularly the out breath. We will take 3 breaths in which we really focus on letting all the air out of our lungs. Filling them up again and squeezing every last bit of air out on the out breath. Maybe just taking a few extra seconds to squeeze out that last bit of breath, And letting the air flow back in again. This breathing pattern is one that can help us calm our nervous systems, can sometimes bring a little relaxation into the body, into the mind. You may choose to continue for some more breaths with that pattern, or just to breathe organically as the breath comes. I invite in the first of our homecomings or benefactors, the homecoming or refuge of the Buddha, the teacher, the guide. This may be the historic Buddha, may be teachers or mentors or guides who have been important to us. It may be our own inner guide or our own Buddha nature. Inviting in any Buddhas, teachers, guides into our circle of care and support. Inviting them to offer us the love and support that is present. Inviting ourselves to tune into that love, support, guidance. Inviting the Buddha teachers, guides to be a refuge for us, a place to come home to, support to rest into. May the Buddha teachers, guides be part of our circle of care and support. May the Buddha teachers, guides have our backs. Inviting in the second refuge or homecoming of the Dharma, the wisdom texts. This may be the teachings of the historic Buddha. It may be other teachings, texts that we have connected with in our practice. It may be books, texts, poems, art from other traditions. Could be songs. Any places, any texts or offerings that have been sources of wisdom for us, we invite into our circle of care and support. Letting those sources of wisdom, those words of truth, words that share with us key insights, understanding of how the way things are. Inviting these texts to be a refuge for us, a home for us, a place to rest, a support. May these words of wisdom, Dharma, wisdom texts be a part of our circle of care and support. May the Dharma, wisdom texts, words of wisdom have our backs. Inviting in the third homecoming or refuge of community or Sangha. Inviting this circle of community and Sangha assembled here tonight, inviting all of these beings into our circle of care and support, feeling the support of all those who have shown up to practice with us. We may feel some ease practicing in community, letting that be a refuge for us, letting it be a place to come home to, and inviting in any other circles of community that we're a part of, other sanghas, spiritual friends, deep refuge groups, kalyanamitta groups, could be our pods, our communities, our networks of mutuality, support, reciprocity. Inviting in those beings, communities, sanghas, and receiving the support and care they are offering us. Inviting ourselves to take refuge in community and Sangha, to come home to community and Sangha, to be held in community and Sangha. Inviting our communities to be part of our circle of care and support. Inviting our communities and Sanghas to have our backs. Inviting in the fourth homecoming or refuge of ancestors or lineage. We may invite ancestors from our own family lineage. We may invite our queer ancestors, our transcestors, those who have fought for the freedoms that we enjoy now. Could be movement leaders, lineage holders in our spiritual traditions. Could be those who have cared for the land that we live on. Those who have stewarded and cared for and been in relationship with this land. Inviting those who have come before, who have our best interests at heart. Those who have made a better life for us and are continuing to support us in our wellness, our well-being, our growth, happiness, supporting us to be our full and authentic selves. Letting any of these ancestors or lineage holders be a part of our circle of care and support. Opening to the love and support they're offering us. May these ancestors and lineage holders be a home for us, a refuge, a place to rest and be held. May these ancestors and lineage holders be a part of our circle of care and support. May these ancestors and lineage holders have our backs. Inviting in the fifth homecoming or refuge of the earth, the natural world. Feeling the support the earth is offering us right now. We may feel the connection between our own bodies and the earth body. Feel the way that gravity is holding us firmly to the earth, creating a strong connection that it's there for us all the time, so that we can never be separated from the earth. The earth is there under us, holding us, supporting us in every moment. Feeling into all the ways the earth and the natural world nourish us, care for us, sustain our life. Feeding us, bathing us, providing us with hydration, sunlight, air to breathe. Feeling into how everything we take into our bodies is a gift from the earth. We may invite particular beings, trees, animals, plants, beings that dwell on land, in the ocean, in the air, calling in any particular beings from the natural world to be part of our circle of care and support. Inviting the earth and the natural world to be a home for us, to be a place of belonging and welcome. And we open to the care and support we receive from the earth and the natural world. Inviting the earth and nature to be part of our circle of care and support. Inviting earth and nature to have our backs. Inviting in the sixth refuge or homecoming of silence. We may experience this as spaciousness, as the vastness of sky, the silence of the night sky, cosmos, inviting the moon, the planets, the stars to be part of our circle of care and support. We invite silence as mystery, as the unknown, as potential. Inviting the silence before speech, the pause of silence between words, between breaths. Inviting a sense of space as a refuge, a place to come home to, a place to be held, infinite space that can hold any feeling, however big, letting it be held in the vastness of space. The spaciousness of silence. Inviting silence and space to be a home to us, a refuge, a support. Inviting silence and spaciousness to be part of our circle of care and support. Inviting silence and spaciousness to have our backs. Inviting in the seventh and final homecoming or refuge of ourselves. Inviting in ourselves as a benefactor and support, feeling into the ways that we support ourselves, care for ourselves, work to create conditions of ease and well-being for ourselves. Can we receive the love and support that we offer ourselves, the care that we offer ourselves? Whether it's cleaning our house for ourselves, getting groceries for ourselves, cooking for ourselves. Can we be the recipient of the care we offer ourselves? Inviting our past selves, all of our past experiences, learning, growing as a support for us. Inviting the wisdom of our future self, and guidance of our intentions and aspirations. And can we also invite ourselves into this circle of care and support to receive the support and care that is there for us all the time. Allowing ourselves to take in that care and support to whatever extent we are able in this moment. And it may be that feels abstract or like something, there's not a felt sense of it in this moment. That's totally fine. We may also plant the seed for ourselves to be able to receive that care and support in the future. Letting ourselves be held in this circle of refuge, of homecoming, of care, support, love. Letting ourselves bathe, be immersed marinate in this support that's being offered us by this circle of benefactors. Taking it in to whatever extent it feels available. It may be just one benefactor, maybe a tree or an animal, a dear friend, a relative. Even if there's one person or one being offering us support, may we receive it fully. Just taking a minute or two in silence to just receive in whatever way feels right. Letting ourselves be held, be at home, feel belonging to whatever extent it's present. Knowing there's no wrong way to experience this. Even if it's a longing for this feeling of home and refuge, feeling the wholesomeness of that longing, the longing to be held, supported, cared for, and letting that longing be a seed that we plant for being able to open to care and support in the future. As we move towards completing this practice, just invite us to notice, has there been any gratitude or appreciation that has arisen for these benefactors, support? Inviting in a sense of appreciation, offering that gratitude or appreciation to ourselves for showing up to this practice, showing up for each other. Extending appreciation to others for coming together to practice tonight so that we can practice in community. Extending appreciation to our benefactors, to the Buddha, our teachers and guides, to the Dharma and the wisdom that we've received, to Sangha, community, all the communities that are part of our support system, to ancestors, those in our lineage, to the earth, the land, the natural world, to silence and spaciousness, and of course to ourselves for practicing, and for all the ways that we support ourselves. Extending gratitude in all these directions. Releasing our circle of care and support. Allowing our ancestors, other beings, to return to wherever they came from. Allowing the circle of care and support to dissolve. You may imagine it dissolving into light, settling on and around us. Breathing in this light, taking this circle of care and support into our bodies, carrying it with us, knowing we can call up our circle of care and support when we need it.